Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and as you can tell, we are back on the Hermitcraft server, the home of one of the most distinctively recognizable grain fields in all of Minecraft. I'm just kidding, my field last season was a little bit better, more Field of Dreamsy, and a little less like I'm on a pillar looking down at a little pit with some grain in it. But you know what, you know why I'm here? Because I realized I was out of food. I've got this elaborate castle build I'm working on, boom, boom, boom. Castle Ravenloft, a model of it. The original was built by Tracy and Laura Hickman, or designed by Tracy and Laura Hickman, in their i6 Ravenloft module for Dungeons & Dragons. And I just am going to be doing a lot of falling off of things while I work on the stairwells and stuff inside of there. So in the interest of making the best use of everybody's time, I realized, you know what I should do? I should go get some more food. And this is not going to be enough. 35 loaves of bread. You say, Joe, that's enough for anybody. It's like, you don't know how many times I'm going to fall off of things onto other things, and it will hurt. So here's what we're going to do. I don't normally like to go to Mumbo's base in the middle of a... Oh, he's even here. Well, you know, I don't normally like to go to Mumbo's base while he's here, or while I'm recording, because, you know what? The frame rate there is a little bit choppy, but I'm kind of at the point where it's like, man, I'm recording on a laptop anyway. And so if I'm going to go somewhere that the frame rate always drops to like 12, I might as well do it today, you know? Let's just embrace it. Let's lean into it, you know? Goodbye, Red Sky Bay. I'm going to leave you in our rear view mirror. We don't actually have a rear view mirror in this particular boat configuration. In fact, I don't think that most boats have rear view mirrors. Like, wow. I turned down the chunk distance a little bit to kind of mitigate whatever damage Mumbo's base will do to our chunky situation. But man, okay, let's just kind of zoom in here, staying under the radar. I really love the way he's done this underwater thing, and the way he's kind of trapped the moon beneath the sea to complement the constellations of, I don't know, sea lanterns beneath. It's a really good look. This guy knows how to build. So, anyway, we are going to run over here to his base. He's got all these random structures, and underneath one of these, not that one's a pumpkin farm, but underneath one of these random structures, somewhere, okay, we might need to give these a chance to load. Whoa, there they are. I think that chunk loading doesn't happen as quickly when you're moving anymore. They might have fixed that. Okay, where was I? Okay, so underneath one of these things is a huge storage room, which is full of food that he says we're welcome to grab from. So, thank you, Mumbo Jumbo, for being so kind. Those of you guys who have not checked Mumbo Jumbo out on YouTube, you are welcome to, because he's a really funny guy, does some cool British videos with, like, cameras and humor. And so if you enjoy, like, crazy drone photography and all sorts of other neat stuff, you should check him out. Let's see. Oh, man, this is new. Or maybe... So is this place 2 stories now? This storage room was already overwhelming, and now it's twice as tall. That's like somebody, like, looked at Andre the Giant and said, I think we want more of that. And actually, we all do. We miss you, Andre. But, let's go ahead and grab... here we are. So, all that harvesting I did is, like, worth nothing compared to the convenience of just taking all of this bread. You know, this is just good. So, thank you again to Mumbo Jumbo, and wow. Man, see, this is one of the great things about playing on a server with so many other talented people. I say other talented people in a way that implies that I am talented. That is maybe a little bit too much. That's one of the great things about playing on a server with talented people, is that they can do all sorts of cool stuff, and then we can all benefit together. Hopefully, you know, my castle provides some sort of interesting backdrop for his videos at some point. I say my castle. That's also misleading. Tracy and Laura Hickman's castle, of which I am building a model. I don't know. I'm so excited about this Ravenloft model, though. This has been a really long process, but it's a good way to learn about dungeon design, because, you know, there was a talk at one of the PAXs, I think, where Chris Perkins was asked, who's Dungeon Master to the Stars, he was asked, what's the first thing you look at when you're evaluating a module or a adventure in Dungeons & Dragons from like a critical standpoint, deciding, do I want to run this? Is this person good at what they're doing? And he said the first thing he looks at is the maps. This specific map he cited in an interview on the Dungeons and Dragons podcast. He had an interview with Tracy Hickman where he talked about how this map and its verticality just really captured his imagination. So, this is kind of one of those things where it's like, I'm learning so much from this. And then, so also evaluating this Death House, which was also a very vertical map, although much smaller scale. Whoa. Ender Pearl, you did not work the way I wanted you to there. Wow. So I'm wondering if there's a bug with Ender Pearls, a bug with boats, or a bug with pigs. Let's try this one more time. Okay, so the first one got me out of the boat. That one actually threw. Well, it's a mystery to everyone. And that's okay. I say let the mystery be. Okay, so we've got our food now. We are on track. Actually, no, we're not. You know what I realized? I was looking at the area K8 of Castle Ravenloft in the book, which is the Great Entry. And I need to build a dome there that's supposed to have some sort of tapestry or fresco. Is it fresco? It might be fresco. It's not Francisco, because that's a type of monk. But, anyway, there's supposed to be some sort of, like, frescoes on the ceiling that have faded and chipped away. And I'm thinking if I could get some gray glazed terracotta, that would be the perfect way to do that. And I'm pretty sure that I've got a chest full of gray glazed terracotta somewhere. We've returned to Area K8, the Great Entry, and I gotta tell you, it's not looking great. We need a domed ceiling. We need 8 gargoyles squatting. We need, 7 leapers leaping. No, wait, that's Quantum Leap. Sorry, Dr. Sam Beckett. Maybe your next leap will be your leap home. Anyway, we need a place for the gargoyles to squat before the lip of the dome begins. And so then the domed ceiling will be based on, how they are. I was thinking these gargoyles, they should be on little benches or pedestal things. Let's go ahead and hop up a little bit here. Boom, the power of scaffolding. So if we put, whoops, that's wrong. Already doing it wrong. If we put the gargoyles kind of up a little bit like this, and then we have clearance over this archway here. And to represent the gargoyles, I was going to use cracked stone bricks. And that's not perfect, but you know what? Maybe if we add a little bit of detail to them, we need 8 of these buttons. We'll give them little noses. Boom. These are squatting gargoyles now. That is how Minecraft is meant to be played. Randomly. Let's just slap buttons on things and see how they play out. But yeah, if we just kind of build our scaffold up here, we can kind of create opportunities for us to place the blocks we're going to need to place. So, we can kind of start bringing our dome in with some of this gray stone, but mixing in some places a little bit of color. Not too much, just a little, to kind of convey a sense of it. And lighting is going to be very crucial up here. So for right now, let's go ahead and get some torches cast. Well, good enough. So if you're trying to convey a dome, you need to have this first bit kind of come up several blocks before it comes in. I'm actually worried, though, with the size and shape of this dome, where we might not have enough room to work as well as we would like, but if we actually brought these gargoyles down at all, we'd be just slapping into our stairway entrance there. I'm hearing this creepy breathing noise that I don't like. It's kind of like the old school Minecraft cave noise, but more frightening. And if anybody was just like, you know what could be more frightening is a Minecraft cave noise. Let's get on that. This is a game for children and people who like to jump around interdimensionally, and you are ruining this for everybody. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Why is that? That's clearly the shift key. I wonder if that's maybe the zombie horse making those weird noises. Okay, whatever. Either way, I'm starting to realize it might be helpful to have a faster way to get on top of this dome. So is there a floor right here that I could just break? What's up here? Okay, this is kind of some weird hallway thing. Good, good, good. So, we're going to grab this. Wait, was that not my silk touch? Dang it. So, anyway, we're going to have the dome kind of come up around here for the first bit. And we're going to want to have some gray and glazed terracotta mixed in with the other pieces of it. I think 3 high should be about good enough for this first element, and then we'll pull it in tighter. I'm starting to worry a little, I'll be honest. Because, like, if we pull in from here, let's go ahead and get the torches out. This is not going to give us a lot of leeway. Now, Valve has said over and over again that one of the hardest things about video game design is getting people to look up. So it's entirely possible I will do all of this work on this dome here, and then no one will ever look up. And I'm at peace with that. Like, that's just something that I accept. I go into this willingly knowing that. I have gone through and I have picked away at our scaffolding so I can appreciate a little bit better. Here's our little gargoyle niches. Here is the beginning of this. Now, these upper torches here are going to be gone entirely when we actually do this, but there's actually some backlights you can still see right now on account of me needing to have lights back there so mobs don't spawn. Now, this actual lip is going to start coming in across here at this point. And so this is now all going to be kind of blocked off. So no more light there that we need to worry about too much. And kind of this is going to come in the same way. Let's run around and collect some of the blocks we lost, because that makes it look like we didn't just fall off there by walking off backwards on accident. So as we close off these areas that have these lights back here, it's actually looking better and better. And we're going to knock out even more of these torches as we go. So I'm actually feeling pretty good about this. Not sure how much the exact top of the dome is going to look exactly like what I might have wanted. But you know what? That's okay, because, you know, it's an artistic endeavor. And sometimes those don't always work out exactly the way you want. Yeah. So this is already much better. Now, some of these, I had placeholder blocks. I need to replace that with, like, an actual andesite. These ones are okay here, but these ones also should really be andesite. All the way down. Whoops. That one was andesite. Sorry, andesite. Didn't mean to hit you with the pickaxe. That was cruel and unnecessary. You know, which is a wonderful combination for traits in a vampire, but not really good for me. It's not a good look for Joe Hills trying to live his life as his best self. So this dome now feels more domey, but it really should actually go all the way up to this top part here. And we're going to need a sense of kind of consistency with that. So we're going to come around and kind of fill in pieces of this, like so. Figure having a tiny bit of lapis. Lapis is super rare still for me, so I don't want to waste a lot of it up here. But just having a few bits of lapis in here, too, will really kind of pull the whole thing together. Dang it. All I want to do is place some blocks. I got a feeling that these are some fancy rocks. But yeah, okay. So in order to make this really feel like a dome, we're going to need to have the corners kind of... Oh no, I spawned a baby, whatever that thing is, endermite. Those are the worst. Anyway, so while we're making the world worse through our example, yeah, that's kind of make this feel more like a dome. I really think I should replace these blocks with similar blocks. Is this a floor area? Oh, that's got a door and everything. Where is this? Which room is this? This is... Oh, this hallway here. Oh no, now I'm down here with that thing and no health. Okay, so let's think about options for that. We can put blocks underneath the doors up there and then carpet over the rest of them, like that would probably look best. Slabs don't really fit the design we have on the hole. Where's that guy? This is like a horror movie. It's like I know he's in here. Got him. Okay, perfect. So let's run upstairs real quick to where that door is. That is going to be right here, okay? So, pick up that door too. So, we can use carpet on these other pieces and make them look less obviously bad. But yeah, we'll just need to make sure that these two, or these four here, are in particular good ones. And then kind of obscure them underneath there. So, now we'll need these doors back again. Okay, so that could be a lot worse. Let's run back down there and take a look at what it looks like now. Well, you really can't tell with all these random Tetris piece looking scaffolds up here. So, I think that our next step in the process is going to be to wipe those out. Oh, hey, and I missed a block. And another. Okay, that's fine. Gotta be careful not to remove any blocks we actually need up here. Like, I don't want to accidentally hit any of the gargoyles. And I need to be certain that I remove all the unnecessary torches, though. Because, by nature, you know, any unnecessary torch is unnecessary. That's just what that word means, you know? So, okay, this is coming along. There's an unnecessary torch, another unnecessary torch. Okay, so then we just go ahead and remove our column of blocks there. When people enter this room for the first time, they'll be entering from out here. So let's go ahead and do that ourselves. We're going to close this door behind us as well, because we don't need it. Okay, so you're going to be coming in. You got our big double doors, broken glass up there, mansion atop the castle, right? Pretty intimidating. Once again, I still need to touch up these corners, but I know that. I'm just doing what I can as I go. So, come in here. Big doors are thrown open. I like that element. Little doors are right here. Then you enter this hall, and oh, you actually kind of can see these gargoyles, which draw the eye upward to the domed ceiling. Yeah, I think that kind of works. And so the idea of frescoes being painted on the dome that you can't quite see anymore, these oars being splotches of remaining paint, I think is a really fresh approach to how we could have handled this. I kind of would have liked to have a little bit more of the terracotta in there, but yeah, in terms of domed ceilings, this does dome. Other things we need to do to quickly improve this room before we close out this episode. I am going to put andesite in around the edge of this door as trim, just to kind of make the stairs feel a little bit more, like, because the stairs are the same material as everything surrounding, it gets a little bit monotonous visually. So we're going to benefit from breaking up that monotony, like so. Ooh, okay, so that's a shared wall. Not sure how that's actually going to look. I might have to touch up something with that on the other side there, but yeah, that's a good look for these stairs, having that archway there. And then we can kind of do something similar over these. So nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy, just a little bit of extra differentiation from the surrounding environment. Okay, so 1, 2. I'm so sorry, horse. That was not my intention. That scared me. I jumped. Dang it, horse. Also, I'm glad that skeleton horses don't go nuts and trample you, because I'm sorry. I would give... Do you want some redstone dust? I want some... No, he's still mad. Okay. Well, you know, that happens sometimes. Okay, so this is a good start. This is a great start for kind of finalizing some of these details on this castle. You know, this ceiling here, this isn't maybe a project for another day, but having some sort of element to draw the eye back and around, would also be wise. But we can figure that out tomorrow. As much fun as it is to stand inside and look at the ceiling, sometimes it's nice to stand on a wall and look at a chapel or something. I'm so grateful to everybody who watches these episodes, and I wanted to say thanks especially to our Patreon sponsor, Kathleen Heath, for making this episode mid-roll ad-free for the benefit of all. And so in lieu of that mid-roll ad, I will now perform a poem that I wrote myself, and of course I have to switch tabs to get to it. Okay, here we go. This poem is untitled, like so many of my poems. When your brain craves something new, there's something simple you can do. Just stop and sing this song, or stand and sing, so we can sing along. Work, 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 do your work, or you'll die a lonely, penniless jerk. Close, 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 close that tab, or you'll never, ever, ever, never, ever be a good dad. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.